Lansing's only sports station. The Game, 7:30.
Let's play.
And a pleasant good evening and welcome to another edition of Doubting Industries' presentation of high school basketball on the Game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network. I'm Brock Palmbos. Alongside me is Erik Doc Love. And Doc, we got what we think's a good ball game tonight. Two of the surprise teams in the area so far this season. It's the Wolves of Okemos, 6-0 on the season, visiting the 6-0 DeWitt Panthers. Both these teams 1-0 in the CAAC Blue. Okemos coming off a conference win over Everett on Thursday night, 62-45. And DeWitt coming off a big win on the road over Grand Ledge on Friday night. You heard it here on the Game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN. They beat Grand Ledge 60-50. It's a surprise that both of these teams are 6-0, considering the guys that both of these teams lost this from last season's team.
Yeah, coming into this season, you would not have expected both of these teams, or it'd be a bit of a surprise to you, as it is to us, that both of them will be undefeated. For the DeWitt, the home team, losing the all-time leading scorer in school history, graduating, you think, all right, maybe they're going to lose a little bit.
We're talking about Bryce Kearns, of course.
They haven't lost it. And then Okemos, they lost 3 guys to transfer. They left all their schools.
Yep.
And you're like, well, those are 3 of their top players, and they're out of the rotation, and they're not there for them. Well, Coach Jeff Watch and the Wolves, here they are, sitting at 6-0 themselves.
Yeah, and they're riding the Walton twins, Brennan and Colin. Both were in double-figure scoring against Everett, getting some help from some other people like Brandon Pruitt, and Christian Chu. All were in double-figure scoring against Everett.
Yeah, had a good win, an easy win, 62-45 in that one. They beat Marshall that same week last week, Tuesday, December 12th, a week ago, 70-45. Brendan Walton, 15 points in that one. Braden Pruitt, like you said, 14 points. Chu with 12 and 5 assists in that. Their last 3 ball games have been double-digit victories for those guys. So a little bit lopsided wins for the Wolves, not needing some of those players that have transferred away, as the Waltons have been playing very well for them, and hence why they're undefeated right now.
As for DeWitt, the coach's son, Adam Flannery, has played so well, off to a terrific start. He had 20 points and 6 rebounds for the Panthers in Friday's big win over Grand Ledge. He was impressive, but he got some help too. Zach Nevison, Elliot Larner in double-figure scoring as well.
Yeah, Nevison had 13 points. Don't forget the 6 assists for Adam Flannery in that too. So 26 and 6 for him out there. And he had good help off the bench because of some foul issues. Now, I mentioned you were talking about Elliot Larner playing well. John Amama, the senior, stepped up and had some good moments and had nearly double-digit rebounds for them in that victory, too. They have won 6 in a row, obviously, starting 6-0. Had a big win against Grosse Pointe North before that, and then they beat Mount Pleasant in overtime in that contest there. So Adam Flannery coming into this one averaging almost 19 points per ball game, so one of the leading scorers in the Mid-Michigan area, and he really gets that offense going.
This is one of a number of games around the Mid-Michigan area tonight. And we'll get to the schedule for both boys and girls coming up on the other side of our first break. But we want to let you know, Doubting Industries' presentation of high school basketball is brought to you by the Lansing Sports Commission. Now, no matter the sport, the Lansing Sports Commission can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find out more at lansingsports.org. And Jeff and Chris Metz, Doubting Industries, our title sponsor. At Doubting Industries, they're always interested in individuals that have the drive and desire to be successful in work and in life. Check them out at doubtingindustries.com. You may find a successful future here. And we thank Jeff and Chris Metz for sponsoring us not only tonight, but all season long. And yes, Saturday, we will have another edition of High School Rewind, 10 a.m. until 11 this Saturday morning. And the Game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN.
We're a little early this week. Generally, we try to do a Friday night game. And this week, we're going to try and do a Thursday, but we couldn't.
We could not because of conflicts with Michigan State men's and women's basketball. They are both playing Thursday night, so that knocks us out. So we had to find a game for Tuesday night. I think we picked a pretty good one. 2 undefeated teams.
At least heading into it, yeah, it looks like pretty good on paper.
Yep, absolutely. We'll take a look at some of the other action around the Mid-Michigan area on the other side of our first break. You're listening to your trusted source for high school sports coverage. The Game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network.
WVFN.
Brock Palmbos, Erik Doc Love back here at DeWitt High School. People are still filing in here to DeWitt High School for this big matchup between 6-0 Okemos and 6-0 DeWitt. This is one of many games around the area tonight on the boys and girls side. We'll start with the boys' schedule. Grand Ledge is at Caledonia. East Lansing, who's undefeated, 3-0 on the season, they get into conference play tonight as they are playing at Everett. Waverly hosts Zeeland East. Fowlerville is at Brighton Cheryl Stockwell Academy. Eaton Rapids at Hazlitt. Mason at Marshall. St. John's at Owasso. Eastern is at Williamston. Lakewood at Belding. Hastings at Ionia. Flint Beecher is at Sexton. Ovid Elsie is hosting Chesaning, and Leslie is at Michigan Center.
Real quick, Brock, Sexton and Beecher. That's a big matchup right there.
Real good matchup there. So is East Lansing at Everett. We considered doing that game tonight, but when we saw that, Grand Ledge won the game that DeWitt won the game at Grand Ledge that we were at, and saw that Okemos was 6-0. That was pretty easy. Both teams 6-0 on the season, and so that was our choice for tonight. On the girls' side tonight, taking a look at it, Everett is at East Lansing. East Lansing lost to Portland last night at home. Great win for Portland and Coach Jason Haid. They're off to a great start.
It was close, though.
It was. They came back from double figures down to win that game. They're off to a terrific start. Holt is at Grand Ledge. St. John's at Charlotte. Hazlitt is at Eaton Rapids. Marshall at Mason. Lakewood at Belding. Ionia at Hastings. Saranac is at Dansville. Congratulations to Megan Zeitz. She crossed the 1,000-point career plateau last week. PW at Fowler. That should be a whale of a game. Perry at Langsburg. Potterville at Portland St. Pat's. Chesaning at Ovid Elsie, who's undefeated right now on the girls' side. Weberville hosting Whitmore Lake. And Leslie is hosting Parma Western. Leslie is 4-1 on the season, playing a second game in as many nights. So that's what we got here for boys and girls basketball for this contest. Doc, your keys to the game tonight. What do you think for both of these teams? I was able to talk to both coaches, but I want to hear what you think first.
You want to hear what I think first? Okay. All right. Well, I think for Okemos, crash the boards with Brennan Walton and Colin Walton, the big forward twins out there. Get them crashing the boards, get them looks in the post, and get them going early on. I think that'd be good for them. Maybe a little more extra tempo for Okemos in this one. I think maybe trying to push it a little bit more than normally would like to. For DeWitt, obviously it's got to be keeping those Walton brothers off the glass. I think it's got to be able to, DeWitt's got to win the rebounding battle to have a good chance here tonight. And I want to see Garrett Gruey get some extra touches. He was very quiet in the game in the first half last week on Friday against Grand Ledge. Started to come around a little bit in the second half. I think that he is going to be a big key for them tonight. If he can stay out of foul trouble and get going early on, then he can battle it out with either Brennan or Colin Walton.
Remember, 9 for 18 from the free throw line for DeWitt last Friday night, but 7 for 8 in the last 2 minutes.
They made him when it counted, but it could be a factor tonight.
All right, well, here's what DeWitt coach Bill Flannery told me. He said, they need to defend the post aggressively. They know the Walton brothers are really, really good. Get their hands in the shooters' faces. Get out on the shooters, get hands in their face. Limit them to one shot. Need to do a good job of rebounding. They want to run on offense and try to get the big guys tired. And might play a little bit of zone, which we saw against Grand Ledge last Friday night. As for Okemos, Coach Jeff Wanch told me, they want to get out in transition, but they also want to pound it inside. Paint touches are very important, and they really want to try to do a good job on Adam Flannery, who's been DeWitt's best player so far, the coach's son. Again, the coaches tonight for both teams. In his 7th season at DeWitt, it's Bill Flannery. In his 12th season at Okemos, it's Coach Jeff Wanch. Of course, he coached his alma mater, Bath High School, to a Class C state championship in 2007.
Yep.
So there we go with that. Both teams are finishing up their warm-ups. This is our final our high school broadcast for the calendar year. We will be back after the first of the year, probably right after January 1st. You and I will take Christmas off, and then after Christmas, we'll chat about potential games after the first of the year. Could be on that Friday, that January, the January 5th, I believe it is, the 4th or the 5th.
It would be the 5th,
It would be the 5th. So those are January 4th, January 5th. We'll have to wait and see take a look at those games. But this game tonight, really excited about this one here. And both teams are coming out for their final warm-ups. Crowd still filing in here at DeWitt High School. This DeWitt gym has hosted numerous district and regional championship games, also hosted quarterfinal games, boys and girls over the years. This is a gym that can seat more than 2,000 people. I think it's 2,100. I think they can seat nowhere close to that tonight, but still a crowd filing in here at DeWitt High School. The American flag is the biggest I've seen in this in this area, other than the Breslin Center. You know, when they bring the American flag out to cover the entire court, that's the biggest one. But this, as far as high school goes, this by far the biggest one.
Definitely, it helps damper some of the sound as well, so it might help them overall.
It does,
but nevertheless, yes, a gigantic flag here off to the south. This would be the south end of the gym where the flag is at. Oh, as Brock loses his headset.
Lost my headset there. I was pointing like, wait a second, is that south? No, that's the west end.
Is it west end?
Yeah,
okay,
it's the west end of the gymnasium.
Okay.
Hey, live radio. Sometimes the headsets do fall off. Hey, I almost got hit, though, at the end of the JV game with a basketball. It came flying in here, and it hit me in the chest. I'm okay, thank goodness, but reactions have slowed down a little bit.
As I say, I feel ashamed that in my old age that my hand didn't instantly go out there to try and stop it. Because in past years, I would have been able to do that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm out of it. I did not sleep well last night. I'll give you that.
Okay.
I slept about 3 or 4 hours. So I'm a little off.
Well, that might be it.
It might throw me off a little bit. By the way, Okemos won both these matchups last year when these teams faced off. At DeWitt, it was a not close game. 61-28, Okemos won that one. And then the Wolves with a close win at home, 42-38 later in the season. So I don't know if that plays a factor tonight, but nevertheless, Okemos has won the last 2 against DeWitt.
All right. Well, both teams are finishing up. They're heading back to their respective benches to get final instructions from their coaches. The Okemos varsity cheerleading squad is here tonight, so that's always a good thing. Always love seeing that, and we'll be ready to go.
It means it's a big game.
It means it is a big game. First, the starting lineups and the opening tip are coming up after this timeout. You're listening to your trusted source for high school sports coverage. The game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN East Lansing, and also on the Lansing Sports Network.
That's WVFN.
Welcome back to DeWitt High School as we get ready for this big CAAC Blue matchup between the Okemos Wolves and the DeWitt Panthers. The starting lineups are being announced to the crowd right now, and Eric Doc Love has them for you, for everyone out there listening in Radioland and on the Game 730 AM app and the Lansing Sports Network app.
And the Game 730am.com.
Thank you.
The website.
Go.
For the visiting team, the Okemos Wolves. In the backcourt, a senior, 5'11", number 4, Josiah Thomas. A junior, 5'9", number 21, Brandon Pruitt. A junior, 5'11", number 23, Christian Chu. And in the front court, the Walton twins, senior 6'5", number 33, Colin, and senior 6'5", number 35, Brennan. So that's 4 Thomas, 21 Pruitt, 23 Chu, 33 Walton, and 35 Walton, Colin, and Brennan. For the homestanding DeWitt Panthers, in the backcourt, a senior, 6 foot, number 2, Adam Flannery. A senior, 5'11", number 5, Zach Nevison. A junior, 5'11", number 22, Elliot Larner. And in the front court, a senior, 6'5", number 4, Luke Hanselman. And senior, 6'7", number 34, Garrett Gruey. So that's 2 Flannery, 4 Hanselman, 5 Nevison, 22 Larner, and 34 Gruey.
The head coach for Okemos is Jeff Wanch in his 12th season. The head coach for DeWitt is Bill Flannery in his 7th season. We're just about ready to go. Okemos in their alternate black uniforms with maroon numerals and white trim. DeWitt in their home white uniforms with blue numerals and lettering and blue and gold striping all over their uniforms. So here we go. Going from left to right is Okemos. Brennan Walton jumping for Okemos. Garrett Gruey for DeWitt. Okemos wins the opening tap. They get the ball first. Here we go. Here is Brandon Pruitt. They go high post to Brennan Walton. Right side Pruitt looking underneath for Colin Walton. Now Christian Chu top of the key. They go right side. Now here is Colin Walton. Gets it inside to number 4. That's Josiah Thomas. That shot's no good. Rebound comes away. I believe that's Flannery that got it.
Yes.
Flannery up ahead to number 4. That's Luke Hanselman on the break. He puts it up and in. DeWitt's up 2-0.
Real quick, got that rebound, pushed the tempo, and Hanselman was wide open underneath the bucket.
Here's Pruitt. Left side. Chu. Now Thomas. Now here's Brennan Walton. Mid post. Has to kick it back out and does to His brother Colin now left side. Josiah Thomas. Thomas to Brennan Walton. Dribbling around the perimeter. Here's Christian Chu. Chu gets in the lane. Scoop shot layup. That's no good. Ball tipped around. Whistle and a foul. I think that's going to be on Chu.
Yep, broke down his defender, got into the paint, went for the scoop shot. It wouldn't roll. He went over the top to try and tap it back in, and gets called for the over-the-back foul.
His first foul. That's first foul of the game. 6:56 to go, first quarter. 2-0 DeWitt. Here is Nevison. Left side, Flannery. Man-to-man defense here for Okemos. Hanselman right of the key. Over to Larner, Elliot Larner. Now Gruey. Now over to Nevison. That's a three. That's good. Nevison knocks it down. It's 5-0 DeWitt. 90 seconds into this game.
2 buckets, 2 assists as well.
Brennan Walton gets in the lane. Hook shot. Yes.
Nice job off the dribble.
Broke down Luke Hanselman and got it close to the basket and threw up about a 10-foot hook shot. Okemos is on the board.
Little dribble left, spin back to the right, and then a floater in the lane.
Here's Larner. Hanselman now to Flannery. Flannery gets a screen. Now he uses it. Fades from 22. No. Rebound. Comes away to Hanselman. Offensive rebound, and now a scrum for it, and DeWitt comes away with it. That's Gruey. Here's Nevison. Nevison, top of the key. Left side, Larner. 5-2 DeWitt. Larner driving on his man, puts a high arcing shot. That's no good. Rebound comes away to Colin Walton. That's the first Okemos rebound of the game. Here's Pruitt. Top of the key, 3. Colin Walton, that's no good. Rebound comes away to Nevison for DeWitt. Here come the Panthers leading 5-2, 5:30 to go first quarter. Flannery in the lane, offensive foul.
Moving screen on Hanselman. Came up there to set it on Chu to open up Flannery and was moving in the process.
Team fouls are 1-1 now. 5:30 to go first quarter. DeWitt leading Okemos 5-2. Here comes Brandon Pruitt across the timeline. Man-to-man defense both ways so far. Here's Brennan Walton. Walton, left side Thomas. Gets it inside to 33. Colin Walton, nice pass back to Thomas. That's up, no good. Ball tipped around, comes away to Gruey for DeWitt. Gruey now outlets to Flannery. Across the timeline. Nearly lost the ball momentarily. He was able to get it back. Now he gets a screen from Gruey. Now it's a rescreen of Gruey. Now he backs it out. Okemos defended that one pretty well. 4:55 to go first quarter. DeWitt up 5-2. Left side Nevison. Nevison driving, kicks it out. Gruey, now Flannery. Flannery on the drive. He gets stopped by Christian Chu. Some good defense here by Chu on this possession.
Yeah, this has been a good man-to-man defensive possession so far for Okemos. They've shut things down twice.
Flannery over to Larner. Larner gets a screen, now stops. Kicks it over to Hanselman. Now here's Nevison. He's double team, ball knocked away. Scrumming for it. DeWitt hustles and gets it. Hanselman to Larner. Deep on the right. Inside to Gruey. Gruey puts a shot up. That's no good. Pruitt the rebound. Here comes Okemos, and he gets it knocked away from behind by Flannery to Larner, and now back to Flannery. Excuse me. 4:05 to go first quarter. 5-2 DeWitt. That's 5-2 DeWitt, I should say. High post, Gruey. Gruey to Flannery, driving the lane, layup, yes! It's now 7-2 DeWitt.
What a two-man game right there between Gruey and Flannery.
In a tight area, too.
What a pass by the big man.
Walton, now a 3 put up by Christian Chu. That's no good. Rebound comes away to Hanselman for DeWitt. Up ahead to Flannery. 7-2 DeWitt. 3:32 to go first quarter. Flannery on the drive. Puts a shot up. No, but he's fouled, and I think that's on Chu.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 on him. Nice hesitation dribble by Flannery.
They going to get free throws here?
The defender,
yes, they will.
Excuse me, the defender for Okemos didn't come up. The secondary defender didn't come over to help, and that put Chu in a tough situation.
Flannery at the line. We got substitutions here. I'll tell you about them in a minute after he misses the first free throw.
Rattled in and out.
John Amama, number 3, in for DeWitt. Out goes Hanselman. In the game now for Okemos, number 20, Luke Wanch, the coach's son. And 24, Nick Grabornis. Second free throw is up and good for Flannery. Grabornis, a senior. really good baseball player. The Okemos team looking to be really good in the spring. 8-2 DeWitt. Here is Brennan Walton, right of the key, guarded by Garrett Gruey. Driving on Gruey, takes it all the way, shot up, no good. Rebound by Gruey, good defense by Gruey. Now up ahead, shot put up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It goes to Okemos.
And Nevison with a good look underneath the bucket. It wouldn't drop for him. And then Gruey down there on the other side defensively didn't block the shot, but affected it, made it a tough one from Brennan Walton, and he missed it.
Matt Hune, number 12 in the game now for DeWitt. Out goes Nevison. 8-2 DeWitt. 3:08 to go, first quarter.
Might be in store for a low-scoring game here tonight. First to 40 wins.
Who do you think that favors?
I think that favors DeWitt right now.
Pruitt now to Grabornis. Looking inside to Walton. Left of the key, Pruitt. That's Brennan Walton. He's got it on the block, double teamed. Now they back away. Now he goes up against Gruey. Hook shot, no. Rebound by Grabornis. That's no good. Rebound comes away. I believe that was Lerner that got it.
Yeah.
Up ahead to Flannery. Three-pointer. No. Rebound, whistle, and a foul. It's going to be on Amama over the back. His first, the team's second. Team fouls are 2-2 right now with 2:33 to go in the first quarter. Remember, the new rule this year, it's now per quarter. On the fifth foul at every quarter, it's free throws. It's exactly the same as women's college basketball and similar to the NBA rule, which they have used for many decades. Here's Brennan Walton over to Grabornis. Now here's Pruitt. Pruitt on the drive. Puts a scoop shot up. Yes!
Nobody there in the lane to defend, and he took advantage.
His first basket of the game. It's 8-4 DeWitt. 2:05 to go first quarter.
That stops the run by the Panthers, too.
Amama. Left side, here's Flannery. Flannery on the drive. He gets stopped by Pruitt. Now he's going to penetrate. Puts a shot up. Yes! Flannery with 5 of the team's 10. It's 10-4 DeWitt. 1:48 to go. Here's Josiah Thomas into the corner. On the drive, kicking out. Here's a three by Thomas. That's no good. Rebound over the back again on Okemos. Grabornis, the foul. His first, the team third.
Okemos foul on number 24, Nick Grabornis. His first, team third.
In the game now for DeWitt, number 33, Landon Kearns. Out goes Elliot Lerner. Kearns, the younger brother of Bryce Kearns, the school's all-time leading scorer who graduated last year.
Landon only a freshman, by the way.
Just a ninth grader. He was originally one of those fifth quarter guys where you can play most of a JV game, but only one quarter or up to 5 quarters in one night. He's a full-fledged varsity member now. Flannery on the drive. Fades from 10. No. Rebound out of bounds. Going to stay with DeWitt. 1:22 to go first quarter. DeWitt up 10-4 on Okemos.
Good-looking fadeaway from Flannery. He got a little space from the big Walton down there in the center, and I thought it was going to drop for him. Able to get it over the top, but it came out, and then it was knocked out of bounds by Luke Watch.
Kearns to Flannery. Flannery traveled.
Yep. It's good D by Josiah Thomas forcing that turnover.
1:19 to go first quarter. DeWitt leading Okemos 10-4. Grabornis inbounds to that's not Thomas, that's Pruitt. Pruitt to Brennan Walton. High post. Top of the key, that's Luke Wanch. Now into the corner to Thomas. Now he has to back it back out. Both teams using straight man-to-man so far. Here's Thomas. Gets in the lane, whistle. We're going to get a foul, I believe. Yep.
Made a cut move, dribbled towards the center of the court, and got a little bit of a shove on the way.
Matt Hune, the foul, his first, the team third. Team fouls are 3-3 right now, 54.5 seconds left. So now with 3 team fouls, both teams can be aggressive. They have a foul to give here in this last minute.
By the way, Colin Walton replaces his brother Brennan in the lineup for Okemos, and then coming back in for DeWitt is Lerner, as Gruey gets Hanselman as Gruey gets a seat.
Here's Thomas. Thomas gets in the lane. Gets it underneath to Grabornis. Grabornis tried to pass it to Walton. It's taken away by Hanselman. Here comes DeWitt.
Grabornis had a good post position. I thought he could go up with the shot, but he tried to get a little bit too fancy and trying to make a pass, and a lot of bodies in the way.
Looks like DeWitt's going to play for one shot. We're down to 32 seconds left in the quarter. Kearns, Landon Kearns in the corner to Flannery. Flannery gets a screen, trying to penetrate. He gets stopped there. Going to have to back it back out. We're down to 20 seconds to go. 10-4 DeWitt, final seconds of the first quarter. Now, Flannery launches from 22. That's no good. Rebound comes away to Josiah Thomas. Thomas up ahead to Pruitt. They'll back it out. They got to go quick, though. They got 5 seconds left. Here's Pruitt on the drive. Stops, kicks it out. Colin Walton, 3. Yes! And that pulls Okemos to within 3 at the end of the first quarter of play. It's DeWitt 7, DeWitt 10, Okemos 7 at the end of 1 quarter of play. A 30-second break, and we're back on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN, brought to you by Dowding Industries and by the Lansing Sports Commission.
WVFN, Lansing Sports Leader.
Palmbos and Erik, Doc Love here at DeWitt High School. DeWitt had the better of the play in the first quarter, Doc. When we look at the score, it's only 10-7. That was a big 3-point basket by Colin Walton right at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, DeWitt had done a great job of forcing some tough shots against Okemos. A couple over-the-back fouls for the Wolves as well on missed opportunities for them. And DeWitt looked like they were going to pull away and maybe get a little bit more of a lead right before the end of the quarter. And a huge 3 right before the buzzer makes it much more of a closer ball game, only down 1 possession.
Unofficially, DeWitt with 7 rebounds. Okemos only 3.
Yep.
DeWitt gets the ball to start quarter number 2 on alternate possession. Here is Landon Kearns. Kearns to Flannery. Flannery, left side Nevison back in the game, penetrates, drives, hook shot, rolls around, yes! Zach Nevison has 5. It's 12-7, DeWitt.
Not an easy shot, but he made it look like it was.
Colin Walton, top of the key now to Wanch, Luke Wanch. Yes, he is the coach's son. Christian Chu back in the game with 2 fouls. He's going to drive baseline, puts a shot up, blocked away by Garrett Gruey.
Yep. Tried to go baseline. Did Chu. He saw a little bit of an opening down there, and Gruey closed it as he trailed behind and knocked it out of bounds.
Trying to get the ball inbounds. They do. They get it into Wanch. Wanch inside. That's Walton. That's Colin Walton. Puts the shot up. That's no good, but he's fouled.
Battling with Hanselman down there, and I think Luke's going to get that second foul.
Team first. Yes, his second. And now Colin Walton will go to the line for 2 free throws. He's got a 3-point basket. He hit the 3-pointer at the end of the first quarter.
Not a ton of touches for those guys. Only 6 shots apiece as Colin knocks down the first.
In the game now, John Amama back in the game now for DeWitt, number 3. Hanselman goes out with the 2 fouls.
This is what we saw on Friday night. Remember, against Grand Ledge, Hanselman had fouls and Amama had to come in.
Second free throw, front rim, back rim, goes through. Colin Walton with 5. It's 12-9 DeWitt over Okemos. Brock Palmbush, Erik Doc Love, glad you're joining us here for high school basketball on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network. Top of the key, Landon Kearns. Yes!
That's a familiar looking shot. Wonder if his brother taught him how to shoot.
Yes, 15-9. Open for, hey, he's open. Shoot it. Here is Colin Walton left of the key. Goes to Christian Chu. Chu, right side, Thomas. Thomas underneath to Walton. That's Brennan Walton, number 35. Gets in the lane, kicks it out to Chu. Back inside to Brennan Walton. Walton, whistle, foul.
A little extra body by Gruey down there. He doesn't like it.
That'll be his first, team second of this quarter. 15-9 DeWitt over Okemos. 6:40 to go, first half.
Thought that was kind of a 50-50 call myself, but hey, maybe a little extra that we couldn't see as bodies were in the way.
True. Inbound out deep to Brennan Walton. Now here's Chu. Chu to Brennan Walton. Looking for Colin Walton. But now Brennan's going to take it, put up a 10-footer. That's too hard, no good. Rebound, Garrett Gruey. And now we got a foul in the backcourt.
Is that a frustration foul?
I think that's Brennan Walton.
It is, yep. Missed that shot, tried to go back up, and gets called for the foul afterwards.
His first, the team first. Team fouls right now, 2 for DeWitt, 1 for Okemos. 6:27 to go, first half. DeWitt up 15-9. Gruey, left side, Amama. Now to Nevison. Nevison gets it to Landon Kearns. Now Gruey deep on the right. Now here is Flannery. He's going to drive baseline, puts a shot up, and it drops through. Flannery's got 7. It's 17-9. DeWitt. Here's Christian Chu. Over to Wanch. Wanch inside to Walton. Shot is up and good. That's Colin Walton.
His first shot attempt from the paint. Took a mom into the bucket and was able to lay it in.
He's got 7. It's 17-11 DeWitt. 5:37 and counting first half. Flannery gets a screen from Amama. Left side Gruy looking inside for Amama. Has it stolen away.
Good hand.
Colin Walton with the steal. Here's Christian Chu, and knocked away by Flannery out of bounds. Tried to get it up ahead to Josiah Thomas, but Flannery knocked it out. In the game now for Okemos, 21, Brandon Pruitt, one of the starters. Back in the game for DeWitt, 22, Elliot Larner. And Flannery's going to go out for just a moment.
This is his first time sitting. A little bit of a breather.
I would think it wouldn't be very long. DeWitt might even call a timeout, too, at some point. We'll see. 5:21 to go, first half. DeWitt up on Okemos, 17-11. Christian Chu, top of the key. He's going to drive. He's got an opening. Right-handed scoop shot, no. Rebound comes away to Larner for DeWitt.
Chu's got to the bucket a couple of times, just hasn't been able to finish.
Kearns, driving, 15-footer. Short, no good. Rebound comes away to Brennan Walton. Walton outlets. Here comes Christian Chu, who thought about a three, didn't take it. Now here's Brennan Walton, gets in the lane. Hook shot, yes.
Nice dribble move and then a spin again. Lays it up.
He's got 4. It's 17-13 DeWitt. Yep, here comes Flannery.
Yeah, big man's got some dribble skills out there, does Brennan Walton, by the way.
High post. Well, beyond the three-point line, it's Gruy. They go left side to Larner. Larner, whistle, foul.
The rotation was late. Brandon Pruitt couldn't get there in time.
I think the foul is on Pruitt.
Yeah, he was the one that was a little late on that one.
His first, the team's second. Now Adam Flannery comes back in the game. He got a brief rest. Landon Kearns goes out.
I got about 30 seconds out there.
Yep.
30 seconds of game time, that is.
Yep. Flannery inbounding and gets it into Larner. Larner, right side, Flannery. Flannery in the corner, Gruy. Three-pointer, no. Rebound comes away to Walton. Brandon Walton, I should say. His second rebound, 17-13 DeWitt. In the corner, Chu. Chu to Brennan Walton. Trying to drive on his man, Gruy. Spins, left-handed shot, yes.
Wow, both hands.
He's got 6. It's 17-15 DeWitt.
We've seen him drive right, use the right. That time he spun left, use the left hand.
4:08, 4:07 to go. Flannery dribbling, finally gets it across the timeline. Garrett Gruy. Gruy hands to Zach Nevison. 18-footer, yes.
Ooh, tough shot.
Contested late, he's got 7, but he knocks it down. It's 19-15 DeWitt. 3:50 to go.
The Panthers always have an answer, don't they, to keep them at arm's length.
Christian Chu driving the lane. Scoop shot, yes.
He finally got one to drop.
First basket of the game. It's 19-17 DeWitt. Action picking up here.
That's the fourth time he's gotten into the paint. Missed the first 3 of this one. He was able to finish.
Flannery over to the right side. That's Nevison. Top of the key, Gruy. Left side, Larner. Now Flannery. Wanted to take the 3, but Thomas was right on him. Both teams using straight man-to-man tonight. Flannery from 21. No. Rebound comes away to Colin Walton. To Chu. Up ahead, Pruitt. Stolen by Flannery just to the right of us, but he was out of bounds.
He's jumped the passing lane a couple of times in front of Josiah Thomas and nearly had 2 steals.
3:11 to go first half. Number 20, Luke Wanch back in the game for Okemos. 3:11 to go first half. DeWitt leading Okemos 19-17. Brandon Pruitt goes left side to Wanch. Wanch, top of the key, Brennan Walton. Right side, Chu. Goes cross court to Wanch. Now here is Pruitt. Pruitt again. Pruitt on the drive. Kicks it right side, Chu. Chu gets in the lane. Kicks it into the corner. Wanch, 3. No. Rebound. Tipped around. Comes away to, that's Colin Walton. Underneath to Brennan Walton. He puts it up and in. Walton to Walton, and we're tied at 19. Colin Walton, 7 points, 3 rebounds. Brennan Walton, 8 points, 2 rebounds so far.
Hustle by Colin, got it to his brother.
Gruy, top of the key. What do we got?
Double dribble. He dribbled, stopped, dribbled again.
Tie game at 19. Okemos with the ball, trying to take their first lead of the game with 2:20 left in the first half. Coach Bill Flannery, hands out. What was the call? What was that for? Well, Erik, you had a good view of it. It was a double dribble. Here's Wanch to Christian Chu. Penetrates, kicks out to Brennan Walton. Walton, top of the key. Here's a three by Pruitt. No good. Rebound tipped around, comes away to Garrett Gruey for DeWitt. Here comes DeWitt. Up ahead, Zach Nevison. Kicks it left side. Larner, three. Yes!
Had plenty of time.
His first basket of the game. DeWitt leading 22-19.
Every time they had that answer.
Get the ball inside to Walton. Knocked away, out of bounds, off of Brennan Walton.
Flannery come flying in.
Yep. 22-19 DeWitt. 1:41 to go first half.
Flannery came flying in as that backside defender and got up there, knocked it off of Walton, and they got the possession back.
Left side, Larner. Top of the key, Amama. Left side, Larner again. Here's Walton, top of the key. Now backs it out towards midcourt. Left side, Larner. Gets a screen from Amama. Left side, Gruey. Gruey, dribble handoff to Larner. Larner on the drive. Takes it all the way. Shut up. No. Rebound comes away to Colin Walton. Tough luck miss there for Flannery. Up ahead to Brennan Walton against Gruey. Flips it up and in. Brennan Walton with 10. It's 22-21 DeWitt.
8 in this quarter alone, and it's just been him dribbling off or getting his shots off the dribble.
If not for the Waltons, Okemos would be way out of this game right now. Elliot Larner, top of the key, Amama. Right side, Flannery. Inside, Amama puts a shot up. Whistle and a foul. That'll be on Colin Walton, just his first, the team third. But John Amama will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Great pick and roll, and Amama got open, and then the rotation again late for Colin Walton. And I thought he was going to get a block, but nope, too much arm.
First trip to the line for Amama. High arcing shot, no good.
In and out.
In the game now for Okemos, number 4, Josiah Thomas. Christian Chu goes out with 2 fouls. .2 seconds left in the first half. DeWitt leading Okemos 22-21. Second free throw. That's good.
Could have been DeWitt's MO. Miss the first, make the second.
23-21 DeWitt. 35 seconds to go. Right side, Josiah Thomas. Top of the key, Brennan Walton. Left side, Colin Walton. Colin holding the ball, gets it over to Pruitt. Pruitt backs it out towards midcourt, guarded by Flannery. Down to 15 seconds in the quarter. Wanch to Brennan Walton, now back to Pruitt. Down to 10 seconds to go. Now they got to go. Pruitt gets a high screen from Brennan Walton. Kicks it back to Brennan Walton. He's going to drive, lays it up and in. We're tied at 23, and that's the end of the first half of play. DeWitt 23, Okemos 23. Back after this on the game, 7:30 a.m., WVFN.
Lansing sports leader, WVFN.
It's DeWitt 21, DeWitt 23, Okemos 23 after 16 minutes of play. Good first half of action. We've got stats and analysis coming up after this break. After coming up on the other side of this next timeout. Don't forget, coming up on Saturday, it is High School Rewind, recapping the week that was for boys and girls basketball. But right now, it's time for another edition of Be the Referee with John Ross.
Welcome to Be the Referee with the MHSAA's Director of Officials, Sam Davis.
Last week, we highlighted some major differences between high school football and the college and pros. This week, how about some of the things that are similar? New as of last year is the addition of a tackle box when judging intentional grounding. In high school, like college and pros, the quarterback must be outside the tackle box and throw it past the line of scrimmage for it to not be intentional grounding. Horse collar tackles are penalties at all 3 levels of play. The ball carrier must be pulled down backwards or to one side for there to be a foul. But if there is, it's 15 yards. And a receiver in high school level needs to have a body part down in bounds, the same as in college. But the NFL requires 2 feet in for a catch.
Thanks, Sam. You can be a referee. Go online now to register at MHSAA.com. Be the Referee is a production of the MHSAA Network.
WVFN.
Palmbos, Erik, Doc Love back here at DeWitt High School. DeWitt and Okemos tied after 16 minutes of play at 23 apiece. Dowding Industries' presentation of high school basketball is brought to you in part tonight and all season long by the Greater Lansing Sports. It's the Lansing Sports Commission. They changed their name earlier this year.
Yep.
The Lansing Sports Commission. No matter the sport, the Lansing Sports Commission can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find out more at lansingsports.org. And, of course, Dowding Industries. Hey, Dowding Industries, if you're wondering what your future holds and you're not going to college or you found out college just isn't for you, check out the future that skilled trades can offer you. You'll be surprised. Check them out at dowdingindustries.com. And that's Jeff and Chris Metz and all their great staff. Thank you for sponsoring us not only tonight but all season long during football season and throughout the rest of basketball season. Pretty even first half, Doc. It turned out that way. DeWitt had the advantage for a majority of that first half, but Okemos made a few shots, made a few big plays to get themselves tied after 16 minutes of play.
Brennan Walton, really the star for Okemos in that one. 10 of his 12 points coming in that second period alone, and that's why they're able to come back. And actually, he had the shot right before to tie things up, as his brother made the shot right before the end of the first quarter to get them within 3 after it was 10-7. Because DeWitt, you're right, DeWitt had really been owning for the most part of this ball game, but the Wolves getting responses and battling back and coming from behind that 3-point deficit and tying it up right before the half.
Yep, both teams. It's 23-23 team rebounds right now. 10 for DeWitt, 9 for Okemos. So pretty even there. Free throws, Okemos 2 for 2 from the line. DeWitt 2 for 4 from the line. All right, let's get to the stats here. First for Okemos, Brennan Walton, 12 points, 2 rebounds. Like you said, 10 of his 12 points was in the second quarter of play. He's the only one in double figures, but his twin brother Colin, 7 points and 4 rebounds. Christian Shue had 2 points. Brandon Pruitt had 2 points as well. Nick Grabornis had a rebound, and Josiah Thomas had a rebound as well. Fouls, Christian Shue, the only player in foul trouble. He had 2 fouls for Okemos. Important, Colin and Brennan Walton each only have 1 foul right now.
And Chu picked up those 2 in the first quarter and was able to stay. He came back in after a brief rest, and he didn't pick up any more.
Yeah, good for him to stay on the floor. As for DeWitt, Adam Flannery leading the way right now. He's got 7 points and a rebound, as does Zach Nevison. Exactly the same, 7 points and 1 rebound. Landon Kearns has 3 points on a 3-pointer. So does Elliot Larner, but he's got a couple of rebounds as well. Luke Hanselman, 2 points, 2 rebounds. John Amama has 1 point as well, 1 for 2 from the line. Garrett Gruey did not score in the first half, but he had 4 rebounds and a blocked shot. They had 10 rebounds as a team. Luke Hanselman, the only player with 2 fouls right now. Nobody else in any foul trouble. Okemos 6 fouls in the first half. DeWitt 5. Pretty even right there. Pretty even rebounding-wise. DeWitt 10, Okemos 9.
Hence why the game is even.
And both teams have made 2 free throws. Okemos 2 for 2, DeWitt 2 for 4. As even as it can possibly be here after 16 minutes of play. Okemos is coming out here to start quarter number 3. We'll be getting started here in just a little bit. And, Doc, keys to the second half.
I think for DeWitt, it's the same as it was on Friday. Garrett Gruey's got to get some more touches. He took 2 shots in that first half. It was very similar to last Friday's game against Grand Ledge, where he had nothing at halftime, and then he finally woke up in the second half and helped spark DeWitt a little bit extra, and that's why they won that game. This one, they're going to need Grew to get a couple more touches. And the bench, get a little more production from the bench, I think, would help them as well. Amama has the 1 point, but he hasn't really had the impact that he had last week. Landon Kearns does have a 3-point shot, but if they can get some other guys going, if Kearns can get some more points, or Matt Hune can step in, he played some minutes there in the first half. If one of those other guys can kind of get things going for him, that'll help them a lot. And they're doing a pretty good job in the rebounding. Obviously, they have a 1 rebound advantage at the moment, but I think they're doing a pretty good job of keeping the Walton brothers off the glass. So they don't really have to make any changes that way. We didn't really see too much zone. I think maybe 1 or 2 possessions. They talked about,
if that, yeah,
maybe 1 or 2 possessions where they went to it. I think
pretty much man-to-man the entire night for both
teams. It's worked well. It's worked really well for them, so I don't think they have to make any changes that way. For Okemos, the Walton brothers, as long as they're getting touches, they're okay, but you'd still like to see one of the other starters, maybe somebody off the bench, come in and get some points for them. With Pruitt and Chu, the only other guys in the scoring sheet for them. Maybe Thomas can get going.
Third
Gabornis.
Scoring option?
Yeah, they need that third scoring option, I think, right now. And as long as they're getting out on the shooters for DeWitt, I think they're okay, because the Panthers knocked down some 3-point shots. They have the ability to. Going in, they're 3 for 7 in the first half, so that's pretty good right now. They better close out a little bit better in the second half, because the Panthers can get hot, especially Adam Flannery.
Yeah, Flannery had 20 points and 6 rebounds and 6 assists against Grand Ledge, and he's having a good first half as well. 7 points and 1 rebound. Our next high school basketball broadcast will be after the first of the year. And don't forget High School Rewind, coming up this Saturday, 10 a.m. until 11. Brian Calloway, prep sports editor of the Lansing State Journal, is going to join me, and there's a good chance that one of these 2 coaches will be on the show as well. That's 10 to 11, High School Rewind, the show that recaps the week that was in boys and girls basketball.
A couple of updates from around the area. East Lansing leading Everett 36-22 at halftime. Okay. KJ Torbert 18 points in that one. Actually, Everett was leading East Lansing after the first quarter, and then the Trojans made a big comeback there in that second quarter. Girls basketball, Dansville 35, Sexton 7. Is that Saranac? Saranac, excuse me.
That's Saranac. Yeah, yep. Conference game, yeah.
35-7, Dansville up with that one. That one's at halftime.
One of the favorites in the CMAC, along with Fowler and PW and Portland St. Pat's.
Yep. Trying to look and see what else I can find here, if there's any other scoring updates for us. Nope, I guess that's it.
But we'll recap everything on Saturday, 10 a.m. until 11. High School Rewind, recapping the week that was in boys and girls basketball. And once again, we are your home for the high school basketball state finals coming up in March. We'll have the boys finals in mid-March, and then the girls finals the week after that at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. It's always a great thing when they can come here for the state finals. It's the state semis and the finals are here. But we will have the finals, all 4 finals games on that Saturday in mid-March, and then the following Saturday for the girls.
And it's nice that the girls' side is actually get to play at the Breslin again, because I remember in the past they've had to go and play at alternate sites.
They have played at alternate sites, but they're back at the Breslin Center this season. So both teams warming up here for quarter number 3. The officials are out here as well.
Clock got started a little bit later than it should have.
Doing a promotion. They're throwing
little mini basketballs
or pickleballs.
Okay,
some of those things, like they're like those wiffle balls, but they're pickleballs because pickleball's so popular now. Throwing them on the court and throwing them into a basket, and whoever gets it gets some kind of a prize.
Yep. And so they started the clock a little bit late.
Thankfully, neither of us got hit with one.
You already got hit by a real basketball.
I already got hit with a basketball. Yeah. So now both teams just finishing up their warm-ups for the third quarter. Be interesting to see what happens here.
You got an X factor, you think, in the second half, Brock? For each of these players, each of these teams.
Third scorer for Okemos. I agree with you. Colin and Brennan Walton have been really, really good so far. If Okemos can find a third scorer, that would be trouble for DeWitt. And Flannery and Nevison have been good. They've been a little bit more balanced than Okemos. Make your free throws.
Yeah.
Get to the free throw line. Try to get to the basket. Get to the free throw line and make them.
Stop going 1 for 2. It's always miss the first, make the second. And it happened a lot last week, too, when we saw them until they finally started making them in that fourth quarter.
Yep. And will the same case be the same case in like it was in the Grand Ledge DeWitt game, where not enough fouls hurt Grand Ledge?
Yeah.
And then they had to foul a whole bunch in the fourth quarter when DeWitt went to a delay game with about 3 minutes to go. Will the same thing happen here? Now, obviously, if it's a tie game or if it's like 1 or 2 points, probably not, but we'll see. Could that be a factor? And the new rule with 5 fouls per quarter, could that be a factor?
Well, the way this game has been, I think it's going to be tight the rest of the way.
Okemos gets the ball to start quarter number 3 on alternate possession. Inbounding the ball is Colin Walton, just right in front of us, and we'll throw it into the backcourt to Brandon Pruitt. Here we go.
Original starters back out for both teams, too.
Pruitt to Colin Walton. Here's Brennan Walton, gets a screen, out high to Colin Walton. 3. Yes.
First lead of the game.
That is their first lead of the game. It's 26-23 Okemos. Colin Walton with 10. No hesitation. High arcing shot. That's why I had to wait an extra moment, but knocks it down.
He's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Garrett Gruey to Zach Nevison. Right of the key, now left of the key, Hanselman. Over to Elliot Larner. Larner gets a screen, going to drive on his man all the way. Shot up, and no. Rebound comes away to Colin Walton. Here comes Okemos.
That ball stayed up on the rim for a long time.
It did. Here's Colin Walton. He's going to drive on his man. Spin in the lane, shot up. Yes.
Fade away.
He's got 12. It's 28-23 Okemos.
That was great defense by Hanselman, too. He had his hands up in the air, hand in his face, and he still was able to knock it in.
As good as he could have done. Here's Flannery, left of the key. 1 minute into the third quarter. They go right side to Nevison, inside Hanselman. Oh, swatted away by Walton and taken away by
Pruitt
Thomas. Thomas got the rebound.
You're right.
Walton up ahead, Chu, layup, no. Rebound, Colin Walton, no good, but he's fouled. Walton coming out real aggressive here in this third quarter. He's got a block, 2 rebounds, and all 5 points so far. See who the foul was on.
DeWitt foul number 34, Brandon
Garrett Gruey, the foul, his second, the team first of this quarter. Colin Walton for the first of 2, that's no good. John Amama in, Luke Hanselman out for DeWitt. Okemos did not lead until Colin Walton just hit that three-pointer on the first possession of the quarter. Here's the second. No. Rebound tipped out. It comes away to Colin Walton. Nobody blocked him out. Now a 3 put up. That's no good. Rebound comes away to him. Walton again. He's got 4 rebounds in this quarter already. Walton inside to Brennan Walton against Gruey on the right block. Spins. Gets his man in the air. He traveled.
Yep. Great shutdown stop there on the post. Looked like that Brennan was going to be able to make a move to the right, and Gruey held his position and forced that turnover.
Larner across the timeline. High post Gruey to Larner. Larner fades from 18. No good. Rebound by Gruey. That's no good. Rebound comes to Colin Walton. Here comes Okemos. Pruitt, left side. Top of the key, Thomas. Right side, Walton, a 30-footer. Yes!
Wow.
Not quite a 30-footer, more like 27 feet, but it's an 8-point lead for Okemos.
This is the biggest lead for either team.
Outscored him 8-0 here in this half. Here's Flannery with it. Guarded by Chu. Gets stopped on the baseline. Now Amama to Flannery. Left side Gruey. Now Nevison to Gruey. Drives away. Layup. No. Rebound comes away to Colin Walton, who's got 6 rebounds in this quarter. Up ahead to Chu. To Brennan Walton. Layup. No. Rebound. Nevison for DeWitt. Here come the Panthers. Here's Amama. Now to Nevison. 5:12 to go third quarter. All Okemos here in the third quarter. Nevison.
They've been more aggressive, excuse me.
Yes, they are. Flannery to Amama. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. Now Larner. Larner on the drive. Fades from 18. Yes.
Nice jumper.
Elliot Larner with 5. It's 31-25. Okemos. 4:48 to go third quarter. Pruitt to Thomas. Thomas gets a screen. Now Brennan Walton. Left side Colin Walton, who's been great here in the second half. Brendan Pruitt. Driving baseline. Into the corner to Thomas. Now Walton to Chu. Chu on the drive. Puts a shot up. Yes. Christian Schuh has 4. It's an 8-point lead, 33-25. Here's Flannery. He puts the shot up and in. Drove all the way on Schuh, put it in.
Push the tempo. They needed to do that.
He's got 9. It's 33-27. Here's Josiah Thomas to Colin Walton. Another 3. No. Brennan Walton puts it back and in.
Brothers there to help him out.
Brennan Walton's third rebound. He's got 14 with a putback. It's 35-27 Okemos. Flannery driving, puts a shot up. No, but he's fouled.
Might be the third on Chu.
It is.
Okemos ball on 23.
And are we going to get free throws here? Nope, the foul was before the shot apparently. Chu will go out. Luke Wanch back in. And number 12, Sawyer Lick in the game for the first time. Inbound to Nevison. Now here's Flannery. Getting it into the lane. Tried to get his man in the air. Couldn't quite do it. Backs it out. 3:42 to go, third quarter. 35-27 DeWitt. Or Okemos, rather, leading DeWitt. That's Larner, left of the key. Now to Nevison, in the lane. 12-foot floater, yes. Nevison has 9. It's 35-29 Okemos. Colin Walton driving right to the key. Now here is Wanch. Luke Wanch to Colin Walton. Fakes a 3. Now he'll put up a 3. No. Rebound Nevison. Nevison up ahead to Flannery. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Right side Nevison. Left of the key Gruey. Now here's Larner. We got a whistle and a foul. I think it's going to be on Okemos.
Yeah, hold underneath.
It's going to be on Sawyer Lick, his first, the team's second. Team fouls right now in the third quarter, 2 for Okemos, 1 for DeWitt.
Flannery was trying to make a cut down to the baseline. I think Sawyer Lick grabbed him to slow him down.
Inbounds to Nevison. Nevison. Over to Flannery, deep on the left. He'll try a 3. He banked it, no good. Rebound, Larner, the putback is good. Larner the rebound. He's got 7 points to go with 3 rebounds. It's a 4-point game, 35-31.
He's been sparking them here in the third quarter.
Pruitt inside, ball knocked away. Tried to get it inside, taken away by Flannery. Flannery coming from the backside. He's going to take it all the way. Whistle, the basket. Oh, they're going to give it to him. They gave him the continuation.
Man.
Count it and a foul. It's going to be on number 20, Luke Wanch, his first, the team third. Flannery gets the basket. He's got 11, and he'll have a chance for one more. Christian Schuh back in with 3 fouls. Wanch goes out. Flannery with 11 points. And now we're going to get a couple more substitutions. Landon Kearns in the game for DeWitt. Also Matt Hune in the game. Nevison and Larner go out. 35-33 Okemos. And the free throw is good. Flannery with 12. It's a 1-point game again.
Panthers haven't been down like this very much, but they fought their way back already.
2:15 to go, third quarter. Pruitt, right side to Chu. Chu gets a screen. Now to Colin Walton, taken away Flannery. Now it's taken back by Walton.
I don't think Flannery actually got it, but he did knock it away.
Chu on the drive. Wild shot, no good, but he's fouled.
Strong take by Chu to the right.
Second team foul on DeWitt.
With foul number 33, Landon Kearns.
Landon Kearns the foul, his first. Team second, Christian Chu to the line for 2 free throws.
Christian Schuh at the line for Okemos.
He's got 4 points tonight. First trip to the line. 2:01 to go, third quarter, 35-34, Okemos. Chu taking his time. Shot up. Yep. Only player in the game with 3 fouls right now, but he's staying out there. Colin Walton goes out of the game. He's had a terrific second half.
His brother Brennan comes in for him.
Second free throw. Front rim, back rim, good. 37-34, Okemos. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's Matt Hune to Gruey, left side. Gruey, back to Hune, left side. Inside Gruey. He's double teamed, shot up, and they waved the shot off.
Yep, foul occurred on the floor.
Be the 4th team foul. It's on one of the Waltons.
I think it's on Brennan. He's the only one out there right now.
Okemos foul 35.
Yep.
Oh, Brennan Walton. That's his second, the team fourth. Minute 44 to go in the quarter. Flannery gets it into Matt Hune. Hune, right side. That's Kearns. Now Flannery's got it again. He's double teamed. And they'll reset. 90 seconds to go in the quarter. DeWitt down by 3. Now he gets a screen from Amama. He's going to drive, puts a shot up. Nobody's fouled. That should be, I think it's Pruitt.
It is.
Okemos foul number 21, Brandon Pruitt.
His second, the team's fifth. Shooting foul. Flannery is 2 for 3 from the line. Front rim, back rim, goes through. 37-35, Okemos over DeWitt. We're set up for an exciting fourth quarter. You'll want to stay with us as he drops in the second free throw. And one of the officials sees blood on the face of Brennan Walton.
He's okay. I think he got a little scrape on the side, but he's fine.
Okemos leading 37-36. A minute 22 to go in the third quarter. Pruitt. Top of the key. Goes to Chu. Chu, top of the key to Brennan Walton. Now in the corner, Pruitt back to Josiah Thomas. Thomas to Walton. Now Pruitt fades from 12. Yes.
Went left, came back right.
His second basket of the game. It's 39-36. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Amama, left side. Landon Kearns gets it in the post to Gruey. Now Flannery, 3. Rattles, no. Rebound comes away to Sawyer Lick. His first rebound of the game. Down to 30 seconds to go in the quarter. We are way late for a legal ID, but we'll get that to you when we come back after this first quarter, or after this third quarter. Unless there's a foul before then.
Malcolm was looking to hold for this last possession.
Here's Christian Chu out by midcourt. 39-36 Okemos, down to 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Chu, top of the key. He's going to drive, take it all the way. Shot up, no. Rebound, Brennan Walton. Put back, yes. He's got 16, and that's the end of the third quarter. It's Okemos 41, DeWitt 36. Come on back for the fourth. Here on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network.
The game, 7:30 a.m.
As we cross the 8 o'clock hour, yes, I know it's almost 8:10, but need to let you know you're listening to your trusted source for high school sports coverage. The game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN East Lansing, a Town Square media station. 1 quarter to go, 41-36 Okemos leading DeWitt. 8 minutes to go. DeWitt's going to get the ball to start quarter number 4 as they've got the alternate possession arrow. Another key, Doc. No coach has called a timeout yet.
No.
Each team has all 5 of their timeouts left for this fourth quarter.
That is something you do not see.
Hardly at all.
Hardly at all, yeah.
Luke Hanselman inbounds to Elliot Larner. Here's Garrett Gruey to Flannery. Adam Flannery driving baseline on his man. He'll stop from 12. That's no good. Rebound comes away to Colin Walton. He's in double-figure rebounds with 11. Left side, Josiah Thomas. He puts the shot up. That's no good. The rebound scrubbed for. Out of bounds, going to stay with Okemos.
Yeah, Brendan Walton got it and then lost it.
Had it knocked out of his hands by Gruey. So do give him credit for the rebound. He's got 5. 7:36 left in regulation. Okemos up 41-36. Here's Pruitt. Brandon Pruitt to Josiah Thomas. Left side, Walton. Here's Chu. Chu looking inside, trying to get it inside, taken away by Flannery. Flannery across the timeline. He's going to take it all the way. Tried to get it to Gruey, and it's taken away by Colin Walton. 41-36 Okemos. 7:10 to go in regulation.
I thought Flannery should have shot that one. He was a little bit too close and had a defender between him and his teammate.
Brennan Walton over to Pruitt. Pruitt on the block to Colin Walton. Guarded by Gruey. Dribbles, looking, kicks it away. Brennan Walton on the drive. Now he's going to spin, puts a shot up, no. Rebound comes away to Luke Hanselman. Here comes DeWitt. Up ahead, Gruey can't save it, out of bounds. Pass was too far out in front of him.
Yeah, Flannery trying to get it. He thought that Gruey was going to beat his defender down there on their side, and it didn't work out quite so well.
6:44 left in regulation. Okemos up 5, 41-36.
Yeah, Coach Flannery wants them to push the tempo at times, but not too much like that.
Here's Pruitt. Pruitt looking. Gets it over to Christian Chu. Now he's going to drive. Takes it all the way. Scoop shot. Yes.
Man, such a quick first step.
Chu's got 8 points. It's 43-36 Okemos. Elliot Larner right in front of his own bench. In the corner. That's Gruey, whistle, and a foul. It's going to be on Okemos. It's on one of the Waltons.
It's Colin.
Okemos foul on 33, Colin Walton.
His second, the team first of the quarter. 6:16 to go in regulation. Okemos leading DeWitt 43-36. Get it into Nevison. Now here's Flannery. Flannery on the drive. Gets his man in the air. Puts a banker up. No. Tipped around. Comes away to Colin Walton. He's got 12 rebounds tonight. And he's got the ball across midcourt. 6 minutes left in regulation. Here's Christian Chu with him. He's had a good second half. Chu back to Walton. 3. Yes.
Colin again.
His fourth three-pointer of the game. DeWitt's going to have to, I think they got to call a timeout here. They're not going to. They're down by 10.
Biggest lead of the game.
5:40 left in regulation. Larner to Flannery. Whistle. Foul on Okemos.
Yeah, Josiah Thomas getting called for the hold.
Just his first, the team's second. 5:37 to go.
Okemos foul on number 4, Josiah Thomas, his first, team second.
Winner of this game will stay undefeated here as we're about at the 1/3 mark of the season. Hard to believe.
I say already. Man.
Seems like it's just started. Here's Garrett Gruey to Adam Flannery. Flannery penetrates in the lane. Scoop shot. Yes.
Waited between two defenders.
He's got 16. 46-38.
They're going to need some stops and somebody else to help Flannery.
In the corner to Chu. Now Pruitt. 5:12 and counting. And now Okemos is going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep this one right here. DeWitt, no fouls here in this fourth quarter. I say be as aggressive as you possibly can.
Yeah, it could be a factor. You're right. I don't want to say get too aggressive right now because 5:10 is still a lot of time left. But you start getting around to about 3 minutes left, Brock, and you still have only got 1 or 2 team fouls. Then you got to be a little extra aggressive out there. Flannery's been doing as much as he can to get him back into this ball game, but he needs a little bit extra help. They had a little spark there in the third quarter from Elliot Larner, but ever since then, it's just been Flannery and nobody else.
46-38. Hey, Colin Walton's been great here in this second half.
He's been fantastic, knocking down 4 threes.
Yep, he's got, 10, 12. He's got 18 points, 12 rebounds.
A block,
and
an
a block.
assist, 2 steals. He's filling out the stat sheet tonight.
And his brother Brennan, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Not too bad.
Nope, he had a really good first half, and his brother's picking it up.
Christian Chu on the drive, kicks it in the corner to Colin Walton. Walton, mid-post, underneath the Josiah Thomas, and he puts it up and in. Great cut by him. It's a 10-point lead. Flannery, left side. Larner, 3. No. Rebound, Flannery. They'll reset, and he'll launch from 3. That's no good. Ball tipped out. It comes out to Nevison. They'll reset, 4:44 and counting. Flannery, driving, whistle, foul. Third team foul, and that's going to be on Colin Walton, his third. The team third. No free throws yet. 4:39 to go. Okemos up 10.
DeWitt at least trying to go quicker on their possessions, realizing that time is going to start running thin on them, down 10.
Nevison gets the inbounds pass. He's got it now. Gets a screen, goes left side Hanselman. Now to Flannery. Flannery double teamed. Right of the key, Gruey. Gruey to Larner. Larner crosses his man over. Now left side Nevison. Nevison Screen and roll. Gets into the baseline. Now kicks it out. Gruey, who thought about a three, didn't take it, almost traveled. Now Flannery from 21. Yes.
Okay.
And now we're going to get a timeout, DeWitt.
Flannery recognized the situation, had a little bit of a space.
And it's a full timeout, so we'll take one ourselves and come back. On the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN. Okemos leading DeWitt 48-41 with 4:09 left in regulation.
WVFN.
Brock Palmbos, Erik Doc Love here at DeWitt High School. Coming out of a DeWitt timeout, Okemos leading DeWitt 48-41. It was even through 16 minutes of play, but Okemos has taken over here in this second half.
They have built up the lead to double digits a couple of times. Now it's down to 7. Brock, you and I were talking during that commercial break, and you mentioned something. You think the Panthers should go to a press.
Be aggressive defensively. I would go to a full court press or maybe a half court press. Let's see what happens here. 4:09 left in regulation, and that's because DeWitt has no team fouls.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're going to sit back right now and play man-to-man.
Here's Pruitt to Colin Walton. Now Brennan Walton. Back to Colin. He's going to take another three. That's no good. The rebound comes away to Flannery. Here comes DeWitt. Flannery's going to take it all the way. Shot up. No. Rebound put back by Gruey is good. His first basket of the game. It's 48-43. 3:40 to go.
It's a good time to finally get in the scorer's book.
Here's Christian Chu, top of the key. They go left side to Brennan Walton. 3:30 left. He's going to drive baseline. Pass it underneath. Taken away. Scrum for it. We're going to wait. Hang on. I think it's a held ball. The officials are talking. Let's wait and see. 3:24 left. The officials are talking.
I think they got a timeout for Okemos.
Okemos called a timeout.
Thomas had possession, and Coach Watch was right next to the official and said timeout.
It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. 3:24 left in regulation. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by the Lansing Sports Commission. No matter the sport, the Lansing Sports Commission can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find out more at lansingsports.org. And Doubting Industries recognizes the effort and commitment these athletes have given to the sport of basketball. Good luck tonight and all season long. These memories will be with you for the rest of your life. That's Jeff and Chris Metz and Doubting Industries. Check them out at doubtingindustries.com. 3:24 left in regulation. Okemos leading DeWitt 48-43.
On the girls' side, in this matchup, DeWitt defeats Okemos 67-43.
Coach Bill McCullen's got another terrific squad. That backcourt of Tara Kearns and Maddie Ewell, their third year together, and they're both juniors. They'll be back next year.
Yep. Still got a whole season to finish this one out.
Josiah Thomas gets the inbounds pass from Brandon Pruitt. 3:19 to go. Brandon Pruitt on the drive, dribbles over to the left side. Now here's Christian Chu. 3:10 to go. Left side, Pruitt. Pruitt to Thomas in the corner. Maybe going to a delay game here.
A little stall action. You're right. You don't want to take the air out of the ball too much, but you're up.
It's a 5-point game.
Yeah, you're only up 5.
Yeah. If this gets under, and now they're getting real aggressive here. Thomas gets it over to Pruitt. He was double teamed, able to get it to Pruitt. 2:43 left in regulation.
You still got to stay aggressive. There's still plenty of time left in this game.
Yes. Now Thomas nearly lost the ball. Yeah, Okemos is playing keep away, Doc. DeWitt's going to have to foul and stop this clock. And nearly a steal in the backcourt. Here's Walton with it. Brennan Walton takes it all the way. The shot is up and good.
Wow.
Brennan Walton's got 18. It's 50-43.
Helps when you got big, long arms like that. Keep the ball away from the defender.
That possession nearly took a whole minute. We're down to 2:10 left. Okemos up 50-43. Here's Flannery. 2:04 left. Gruey. Left side, Larner. Larner to Nevison. 3. No. Rebound comes away to Josiah Thomas.
Had the quick shot, but it just didn't drop.
Down to a minute 50, and now DeWitt's going to have to foul here.
They don't have any team fouls.
No team fouls. And now they commit one. That's on Flannery. That's his first.
Now you become extra aggressive defensively.
Yes. Minute 45 left. Okemos up 50-43. Colin Walton gets it inbound to Chu. Whistle, foul. It's on Larner. That's his first, the team's second. Team fouls right now, Okemos with 3, DeWitt with 2.
Number 22, Elliot Larner, his first, team second.
Nobody in any real foul trouble, so pretty much anybody on the floor can foul. Minute 43 left, Okemos up 7, 50-43. Thomas throws it in the backcourt, taken away by Elliot Larner. Layup, good. He's got 9, minute 37 left, 50-45. And now they go full court press. Okemos, what do we got? Timeout, Okemos. It's a full timeout, and we'll take one with him just to save the possession. Good timeout by Jeff Wand.
Had to.
1:31 left in regulation. Okemos leading DeWitt 50-45. Back after this on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network.
Lansing Sports Leader, the game, 7:30 a.m.
Brock Palmbos, Erik Love back here at DeWitt High School. Okemos leading DeWitt 50-45 with a minute 31 to go. Okemos just called a full timeout. They only have 2 timeouts left, Doc. They're both full timeouts. They've used both of their 30s. DeWitt has 2 full timeouts and 2 30s. That's important because they're behind. The clock does not stop after a made basket in high school basketball, but you can call timeouts to stop the clock.
The steal by Larner in the bucket made things a little more interesting. DeWitt went to a full court press. Okemos wasn't expecting it and had to burn that timeout because they couldn't get the ball in bounds, and here it is, more full court.
Brennan Walton gets it into Colin Walton. Back to Brennan. Under 90 seconds to go. They're being very aggressive in the backcourt is Adam Flannery, and he commits the foul. That's his second, the team third.
Sorry, you'd rather them commit the foul in the backcourt because they got to still inbound from this side.
And you never know. You might get a bad dribble or something. Could dribble it off his foot. We've seen that before. Colin Walton going to inbound. Gets it into Brennan, or the other way around. See, I got confused here. Brennan Walton in the backcourt. Remember, there's a 10 count in the backcourt. Christian Schuh's got to get it across the timeline, and he finally does. And now Elliot Larner's going to commit the foul. That's his second, the team fourth. So now it's free throws the rest of the way. 1:26 left.
You can play straight-up defense here for a little bit of time, but not very much. 126 is still, decent. You're only down 2 possessions.
Colin Walton gets it inbound to Christian Schuh. He's double-teamed, and now he's hand-checked by Elliot Larner. His third, the team fifth, and Christian Schuh is going to go to the line for 2.
So they elect to foul if they don't get the steal right away to foul.
Minute 23 left. 50-45. Okemos. 2 free throws. No more 1-and-1s anymore. First free throw. Front rim, back rim, good. He's got 9 points tonight. He's 3 for 3 from the line. 51-45. Second one. No, front rim, no good. Rebound comes away to Amama. For DeWitt. Got to go quick here, down to a minute 15 to go. Flannery, right of the key. Lost the ball. Now a scrum for it. Held ball. I think it's going to go to Okemos.
Yep. Josiah Thomas dove onto the court after knocking the ball away from Flannery, and Flannery forced the jump, but it remains Wolf ball.
As they've got the alternate possession arrow. Minute 12 left.
Matt Hume comes in, and Zach Nevison goes to the bench for DeWitt. Nope, maybe not. Oh, Amama does.
Well, they got 6 guys on the court. They got to get, let's see.
Amama was the guy that was supposed to come out.
There we go. Brennan Walton going to inbound in the backcourt. Looking. There's nobody. Got to call timeout. We'll keep this one here, Doc. A minute 12 left, 51-45 Okemos. Okay, strategy time. Okemos, you're down to 1 timeout.
Yep. That means you got to get the ball in here. You don't want to have to burn your last one right now unless it's dire necessity. You want to hold on to that last one. I thought that they were going to be able to get it into Colin Walton right there, but I think they were worried that maybe there was enough spacing right there because there were a couple of Panthers in the area. So, number 1 for Okemos, got to get the ball in bounds, at least. You got to get the ball in bounds. And then you can try and set things up and slow this game down a little bit more. For DeWitt, they went to the foul and they went 1 for 2, did Okemos. So I think that it's probably going to be the same strategy. If you do not get the steal right away, they're going to go for the foul.
Minute 12 left. 51-45 Okemos. It was dead even for 16 minutes. The first half of play. Tied at 23. But then Colin Walton got going in the second half. He's been outstanding.
He had a big him and Brennan had big third quarters.
18 points for Colin Walton, 12 rebounds and a block. Brennan Walton, 18 points, 5 rebounds. Yeah, the Walton brothers have been, the Walton twins have been terrific, but Christian Shoes had a very good second half as well. He's got 7 of his 9 points in this half. Minute 12 left. Brennan Walton looking to inbound, gets it into the backcourt to Christian Shoe, and he's fouled by Elliot Larner. That's his 4th.
So he's the only one that's in foul issues now.
Christian Shoe to the line. He's 3 for 4 from the line, a minute 10 left. First of 2. Yes. Back in the game for DeWitt. Number 4, Luke Hanselman. Out goes Matt Hune. 52-45 Okemos. A minute 10 left. Second one. That's good. Okemos up 8. Hanselman inbounds to Flannery. Gets across the timeline, gets a screen, trying to get to the lane, lost the ball. Taken away. Here comes Brennan Walton. He's going to take it all the way. Layup is good. He's got 20, and it might be curtains for DeWitt now. They're down by 10, 55-45, under a minute to go. Nevison, deep 3. No. Rebound. Hanselman lost it. Comes away to Colin Walton. We'll give him credit for the rebound. And it's a foul on DeWitt. Hanselman the foul, his 3rd. And we're shooting free throws here with 44 seconds to go.
If you want to look at key moments in this ball game, Brock,
go.
The start of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Those first 3 minutes when Okemos was extremely aggressive and making their buckets, and they built this lead up.
Colin Walton at the line. 2 free throws. He's 2 for 4 from the line, now 2 for 5. 18 points, 13 rebounds. 19 points, 13 rebounds. He drops in the second one. 56-45. Here comes Larner. Larner to Flannery. 35 seconds left. Gets it to Garrett Gruey. Takes it all the way. The layup is good. And now we're going to get a timeout. 56-47 Okemos over DeWitt. 32.4 seconds left. And we'll take our last timeout as well on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN.
The game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN.
Brock Palmbos and Erik Doc Love, 32.4 seconds left in regulation. Okemos leading DeWitt, 56-47. It is Okemos ball in the backcourt. Brennan Walton going to inbound. Gets it into Christian Shoe. Fouled immediately by Zach Nevison. His first. And Christian Shoe's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. 5 for 6 from the line, all here in the second half for Christian Shoe. He had early foul trouble, Christian Shoe did, and wasn't as effective in the first half, but making your free throws, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to put this game away. 5 for 6 from the line is Shoe. Here it is. Yes. Flannery in, Hanselman out. Offense, defense here.
Yep, Landon Kearns is in there, too, for shooting.
57-47. Second one, yes. Flannery inbounds to Larner. Down to 25 seconds. Larner drives, kicks it into the corner. Good three-point defense here, and now a foul on Josiah Thomas. Well, they had that one to give.
Yep.
Fortunate that didn't hurt him. Under normal circumstances, not a good foul at all. It's not the greatest foul either.
And then if Flannery had been in the act of shooting, it would have been much worse.
58-47, Okemos over DeWitt. Elliot Larner inbounding in front of the DeWitt bench. Knocked out of bounds by Chu.
Ooh, left foot kick save.
They get it into Gruey. Gruey to Nevison. 3. No. Rebound. Brennan Walton. That may be it. And it will. DeWitt's going to back off, and that's going to do it. And Okemos will go to 7-0 on the season. with a very good road win tonight over a very good DeWitt squad. Okemos undefeated at 7-0. They will play Detroit Catholic Central coming up on Friday night to try to get to 8-0 on the season. Just quick analysis, excellent second half for Okemos and the Walton brothers. Did it again. This time it was Colin Walton that got him going in the third quarter.
Yeah, Colin knocking down some threes. Brennan underneath made a couple of shots there. And then Christian Chu knocking down the free throws in the fourth quarter helped salt this thing away for the Wolves. And they remain undefeated at 7-0. Don't forget that huge start of the third quarter for Okemos.
You talked about that. Absolutely. All right. We will take a timeout and come back. We'll have post-game stats and analysis. But right now it's time for another edition of Be the Referee with John Ross.
Welcome to Be the Referee with MHSAA registered official Paige Winnie.
There's a new rule in volleyball regarding the wearing of jewelry. Previously, participants were not allowed to wear stud or post-like jewelry, such as earrings, even if they were covered by tape. But now, stud or post-like jewelry worn above the chin is allowed. Stud earrings are now allowed to be worn during play and do not need to be covered by tape. Hoop-style jewelry, such as hoop earrings, are still not allowed, even if covered by tape. If a player is wearing hoop earrings, the coach will be issued an administrative yellow card for the first offense and a red card for a second offense in that set. Items such as a medical alert medal or a religious medal must be taped to the body and can be visible during play.
Thanks, Paige. You can be a referee. Go online now to register at MHSAA.com. Be the Referee is a part of the MHSAA network.
Lansing's only sports station. The Game, 7:30.
Let's play.
Palmbos and Erik Doc Love back here at DeWitt High School. Okemos uses a big second half to beat DeWitt 58-47 tonight. Okemos is now 7-0 overall, 2-0 in the CAAC Blue. DeWitt falls to 6-1 overall, 1-1 in the CAAC Blue. We want to thank Doubting Industries for sponsoring our coverage tonight and all season long. That's Jeff and Chris Metz. Doubting Industries always looking to develop your talent. Michigan's a manufacturing state. If you're looking for a career with huge potential, check out one of the many manufacturing companies in our local area. Check them out at doubtingindustries.com. And by the Lansing Sports Commission. No matter the sport, the Lansing Sports Commission can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find out more at lansingsports.org. We were tied at the end of 16 minutes of play, tied at 23, but then Okemos got going in the third quarter behind the Walton brothers, especially Colin Walton, who got going in the third quarter, and that's why they won this game.
Yeah, he had 8 points in that third quarter alone. His brother Brennan had 4 points in that one, but extremely aggressive was Okemos coming out of that halftime break. Those first 3 minutes sparked them, got them that lead, and DeWitt battled back several times and got it close, but the Wolves build it up to 10-point lead and then hold on late, making free throws when they needed to.
They did. Okemos was 10 for 14 from the line. Christian Chu 5 for 6 in the final stretch to help put this one away. Taking a look at some of the stats, I just said it with Okemos, 10 for 14 from the line, 26 rebounds as a team, and they had 3 guys in double figures. We talked about that third scorer.
Yep.
It turned out to be Christian Chu. He only had 3 field goals tonight, but he was 7 for 8 from the free throw line, so he ended up with 13 points on the night, despite some early foul trouble. Brennan Walton led the way, 20 points, 6 rebounds, but I wouldn't call him the team's MVP tonight. It was Colin Walton.
Yes.
He was terrific. 19 points, 13 rebounds. He had a block shot as well, the team's best player in the second half. Brandon Pruitt, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Josiah Thomas, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Sawyer Lick had a rebound. Nick Grabornis, he had a rebound as well. 10 for 14 from the line, 26 rebounds as a team. Now for DeWitt. DeWitt was led in scoring by Adam Flannery. No surprise there, 19 points and 3 rebounds. Nobody else in double figures, although Elliot Larner had 9 points, 3 rebounds. Zach Nevison, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Garrett Gruey, 4 points, 6 rebounds and a block. Landon Kearns had a 3-point basket. Luke Hanselman, 2 points, 3 rebounds. John Amama, 1 point and 1 rebound. They got out-rebounded tonight, 26-20. They had 20 rebounds as a team. They were only 5 for 7 from the free throw line. They got outscored by 5. But you talked about it. It was the start of the third quarter for Okemos that made the difference, and Colin Walton was the guy.
Super aggressive. Got a ton of rebounds in the second half as well. Most of his, I'm looking at my stat sheet here, 9 of his 13 coming in the second half. And he had 4 in the third quarter, 5 in the fourth. And the Walton brothers with the free throws of Chu, that's why they remain defeated in this one. Big road win for two teams that we talked about in the pregame show that not really expected to be undefeated coming into this ball game.
No.
Both playing very well. The different circumstances, obviously, for both these teams. But Okemos with a huge win here tonight. The Panthers, Flannery was great. They just didn't quite have enough out there, and they didn't have an answer for the Walton brothers. They didn't they did not have an answer for those guys defensively.
You couldn't get them into early foul trouble.
Nope.
Both of those guys only had 1 foul at the end of the first half of play.
Yep.
If you could get one of them or maybe both of them with 2 or more fouls, that maybe would have affected them in the second half. But all credit to Okemos tonight. I'm impressed with them. Remember, they lost 3 players from last season's squad. KJ Torbert transferred to East Lansing. Trevor Smith transferred, his family moved to the Detroit area, playing at Birmingham Brother Rice. And Brandon Mercer, he's playing at Holt right now. And yet here we are at about the 3rd point of the season, and Okemos is 7-0.
Yep, and on top of the Blue at the moment, probably more than likely going to be tied with East Lansing.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about East Lansing. Team with the most talent in the area. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Okemos and East Lansing will play twice later on in the season. I got a feeling we're going to do at least one of those games.
We have to.
Yeah, we almost have to.
We have to find a way.
Yes,
maybe
a way.
Both.
Maybe both. Maybe both. We'll have to see about that. See how the schedule goes. But, hey, DeWitt's still a very good team.
Yep.
I'm impressed with them. They just didn't have enough in the second half for the Walton brothers. Players of the game, I think it's pretty easy, but it's your call, dude.
I would say the Walton brothers tied, but you mentioned Colin having such a great start in that third quarter, and him being really the big spark, 19 points, 13 rebounds, 1 block, 2 assists, 2 steals. I think Colin's got to get it for the Wolves. And then Flannery's an easy one for the Panthers.
Adam Flannery, the coach's son.
With 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for him. You mentioned Flannery. Just wasn't enough. They didn't have anybody else out there to help him, really. Nobody else in double figures. And then Colin, the huge spark for Okemos.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for us for the calendar year of 2023 as far as on-air games. We will be back after the first of the year. We'll take the between Christmas and New Year's week off, but we will be back after the first of the year. We'll celebrate Christmas with our families, and you and I will chat. Text or chat over the phone and figure out what game to do the first week of January. And then it's going to be weekly coverage from January, well, unless there's like snowstorms or whatever that knocks games out, which happens. But we'll have weekly coverage for the rest of the regular season here on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network. So we're looking forward to it. And don't forget, High School Rewind this Saturday morning, 10 a.m. until 11 here on the game, 7:30 a.m. Recapping the week that was in boys and girls basketball. And
I have a feeling you're going to have Jeff Watch on this Saturday.
I can't guarantee it, but I think there's a better than average chance that will happen. That's going to do it for us here at DeWitt High School. Thanks to Nathan Vandenberg for helping us get on the air. A few technical problems. Apologize for the dead air there at halftime. That's a producer error on my part. I don't mind admitting that. But we thank you for listening. And don't forget to join me Saturday morning, 10 a.m. until 11 for High School Rewind. I can guarantee you Brian Calloway, the prep sports editor of the Lansing State Journal and LSJ.com, will join me then. So for Nathan Vandenberg and former broadcast partner Eric Doc Love, I'm Brock Palmbos. Thank you for listening tonight. Again, the final score, the Okemos Wolves 58, the DeWitt Panthers 47. Have a great night, everybody. We now send you back to ESPN Radio, already in progress, on the game, 7:30 a.m. WVFN and the Lansing Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.